A beloved local business on Main Street celebrated 75 years in a big way. Organizations on campus joined in on an annual lip sync battle, and students and residents of Moorhead gathered together in a nationwide protest. All this and more on NewsCenter.
Good evening. Welcome to NewsCenter. I'm Xander Mack.
And I'm Hallie Adams.
We want to remind our reviewers they can find all of our episodes on YouTube at MSUTV_Moorhead. Here's what's making headlines for April 10th, 2025.
Craft Academy students are helping organize a concert series to raise money for a nonprofit. This is a three-part series that will be taking place tonight, April 17th and April 24th from 6 to 8 p.m. The performance will feature the West Liberty Boys tonight, Adeline Ramey on the 17th, and the Don Rigsby on the 24th. All concerts are free and will be hosted at the Hazel Green Academy in Wolfe County. The series is part of the Hazel Green Academy Revitalization Project, which focuses on helping the citizens of Wolfe County. For more information, visit the Moorhead State University events page.
Rollover Rolled Ice Cream partnered with One Journey Wood Shop on Saturday for a DIY woodshop mosaic painting. NewsCenter reporter Justin Tabor was there to show us the workshop.
On April 5th, One Journey Woodshop hosted their wood mosaic painting event at Rollover Rolled Ice Cream, where attendees got to enjoy a relaxed atmosphere while painting their own wood pieces and creating artwork to take home. Owner Allison Baker started her business in 2019 and takes her work around the state.
The first thing I actually built was a toddler bed for my son. We just had some extra barn wood laying around in our shop, and I thought, it's a rectangle, surely I can do this. And I told my husband, teach me how to use these tools without cutting my fingers off, and that's the extent of my carpentry skills. Well, my carpentry training. That was in 2019. Then I built a barn quilt for our shop, and it's just kind of grown from there. So if I'm building a piece, because I do art shows around the state, but if I'm building a piece, I will build the piece on the backboard, put everything in there real tight, trim it, cut it off, frame it. For the workshop, it's kind of the opposite. I build the frame and then have all the pieces cut for you to paint how you like and then put them in there. I do come to Moorhead to the Appalachian Holiday Arts and Crafts Fair every year, and different shows throughout the state. You can get to see those on my website and Facebook page too.
Allison plans on doing more workshops in Moorhead for the future. For NewsCenter, I'm Justin Tabor.
I took that on top of the business, which it's been fun. And
To be on the lookout for upcoming woodworking workshops near you, go to One Journey's website at onejourneywwoodshop.com. MSU
is set to take the Moorhead community into an inspired virtual world. The Star Theater's Ready Player One show will be held at the Space Science Center at Moorhead State University. The experience is inspired by Ernest Cline's 2011 novel, which was later turned into the movie Ready Player One. The show will happen on April 12th and run from 3:30 to 4:30 in the afternoon. The Star Theater serves the Eastern Kentucky area and offers public shows on the 2nd and 4th Saturdays of each month. For more information, contact the Star Theater at star.theater@moorheadstateuniversity.edu.
Later in the broadcast, we get to attend Holbrook Drug's 75th anniversary celebration. But first, let's get a look at the current weather with our very own Manny Jones. Manny, how does it look out there?
Thanks, Xander. Currently in Moorhead, it is 62 degrees, cloudy, humidity is at 62%, and wind speeds are at 7 miles per hour. We'll take a look at the extended forecast and more later in the program.
Someone out there wants your stuff. They will use your beaker box. They will sneak into your room, take your valuables. If this happens to you, you look like this, report it to your RA immediately. Stay alert. Protect what's yours.
Take a walk around downtown Moorhead and follow the Moorhead, Kentucky Turtle Walk that was put together by the Round County Arts Center and Round County Tourism. Located all around Main Street are turtles sponsored by businesses to showcase local art. They are found at places like the Fuzzy Duck, Gaddy's Pizza, and other locations around Moorhead. Take a walk and capture your picture at all these iconic locations with all these iconic turtles, and see if you can spot all 21 turtles. To find more information, Google Moorhead Turtle Walk or scan this QR code.
A full day of music is coming to downtown Moorhead. MSU's annual Battle of the Bands is taking place on April 19th at the Downtown Moorhead Entertainment Stage next to Stallstone Brewery from noon to 9 p.m. The festival is free and is hosted by the MSU Jazz Ensemble. A variety of ensembles will be featured from MSU as well as other Kentucky high schools and universities. In the event of bad weather, the concert will be moved to an inside venue that has yet to be announced. For more information, visit Music at Moorhead State on Facebook.
Moorhead State has partnered with Barnes & Noble to launch its new eBooks program. The program launched last Wednesday and aims to provide students with all the required textbooks before the first day of classes for $25 per credit hour. This includes both physical and digital course materials. The approach was designed to support student academic success by removing the need to purchase each textbook separately. Students will be given the option to acquire their textbooks after registration for classes. If you want to know more about the program, go to moorheadstate.edu/equalbooks.
The Holbrook Drug Store in Moorhead, Kentucky had their 75th anniversary this past Saturday. Locals got to enjoy a festive environment with free popcorn, a photo booth, and delicious milkshakes. NewsCenter's Xander Mack shared some of the customers' stories.
Holbrook Drug held their 75th anniversary, and they had fun activities like free popcorn, a photo booth, and more. And I was there to get an inside scoop.
I have been coming to Holbrook's Drug Store since 1987 when I first came to Moorhead State University as a student. No, I think it's just the pinnacle business. You know, it's been here for generations. People, you know, their children, their grandchildren come here. It's a wonderful community type. They care about you. You know, I tend to come here for pharmacy and pharmaceutical needs, but it's because I feel like I matter. You know, in a lot of places you're just kind of a number, but I think here it's bringing back a little nostalgia from the past in that we have the soda counter and you have ice creams, and it can be fun and you can bring people here, and then also you can shop and do things. They have very nice gifts, but then the pharmaceutical needs. You have people who really take interest in you and care, and they're here for the families.
To be here for 75 years is amazing. Small businesses, it's a tough game out there right now, but I did grow up in this town. I remember running around the store when I was a kid, so I think it's really important for towns to support other small businesses, and our town is such a wonderful town, such a great community, and I just think the history of the town, I love to see the history grow and continue, and it's a great feeling to have something here for that many years and to have the history of Moorhead.
Reporting for NewsCenter, I'm Xander Mack.
To learn more about Holbrook Drug's 75th anniversary or any other upcoming events with the store, call 606-784-4784.
MSU students have the opportunity to give blood and receive a small gift in return. The Kentucky Blood Center is hosting a spring blood drive next Monday and Tuesday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. It will be in ADUC 325. Donors must be at least 18 years old, weigh at least 110 pounds, and be in good health and present photo identification. Participants will receive a $5 Starbucks gift card and a KBC short sleeve shirt. Appointments are preferred, but walk-ins are welcomed. To schedule a donation, visit kybloodcenter.org.
Coming up, we have details on some of the positions opening up in the next few semesters at the Recreation and Wellness Center.
Also, the results are in for this year's Great Pretenders with Delta Zeta.
We also have an inside look at the hands-off movement that happened in Moorhead. We'll be right back with this week's weather forecast with Manny after this.
Moorhead State Public Radio WMKY 90.3 FM is a national public radio affiliate that offers regional news and weather, a wide range of music from classical to jazz, and special programming such as Nothing But the Blues with Paul Hitchcock. The station is located right here on campus in Breckenridge Hall and employs a number of MSU students. Tune in today as WMKY 90.3 FM celebrates 60 years on air.
The Camden Carroll Library is a great place to focus on getting ahead on your work. The library has 2 available study rooms for students to reserve, along with computers to work on, research and printing services. It really is the place to get your assignments done. Want to get your study on? Scan this QR code to get to their website or visit during their open hours.
Here at STAR, we're saving the animals of Rowan County. STAR is a nonprofit organization that helps canines find their forever homes. The nonprofit also assists their animals in seeking needed medical care, which can be a costly endeavor. Follow this link to the STAR website page if you would like to donate. STAR is also seeking volunteers to assist with the animal care at the shelter and to recruit foster parents. Contact Jan Dachi, found on STAR's Facebook page, if you want to bring joy into one of these furry friends' lives.
Welcome back. Just to recap, current conditions in Moorhead, the temperature for the high is 62 degrees, cloudy, with humidity at 62% and wind speeds at 7 miles per hour. For the temperature map of Kentucky, we have Paducah at 71 degrees, Bowling Green at 70 degrees, Louisville at 68 degrees, Frankfort at 66 degrees, Lexington at 65 degrees, Moorhead at 62 degrees, and finally Ashland at 61 degrees. For tonight's forecast, it is going to be cloudy with a high of 58 and a low of 49, a 0% chance of rain, and the sun will set at 8:05 p.m. For tomorrow's forecast, it is going to be rainy with a high of 53 and a low of 40 degrees, and the sun will rise at 7:03 a.m. For the remainder of the 7-day forecast, we have Saturday with a high of 55, partly cloudy, and a low of 34. Sunday with a high of 62, partly cloudy, and a low of 35. Monday with a high of 69, cloudy, with a low of 49. Tuesday with a high of 55, partly cloudy, with a low of 42. And finally, we have Wednesday with a high of 55, also partly cloudy, and a low of 36 degrees. For the temperature map of the U.S., we have Seattle at 61 degrees, Sacramento at 76 degrees, Great Falls at 68 degrees, Salt Lake City at 73 degrees, Phoenix at 93 degrees, Albuquerque at 80 degrees, Minneapolis at 52 degrees, Kansas City at 68 degrees, Austin at 86 degrees, Jackson at 79 degrees, Nashville at 73 degrees, Chicago at 42 degrees, Tallahassee at 77 degrees, Washington, D.C. at 58 degrees, and finally, we have Boston at 47 degrees. This day in Moorhead history on April 10th, 2004, the high was 65 degrees, it was cloudy with the low being 46 degrees, and humidity was at a 31%. When we come back, we'll kick it over to Isabella Hussey with your MSU sports scores and updates.
Are you having a hard time studying? Need some peace and quiet from disruptive roommates? Check out the Student Lounge in Breckenridge Hall. The lounge in room 104 is supplied with computers, comfortable furniture, and large windows that let in plenty of natural light to give you the best academic environment possible. The lounge is available all week during normal business hours.
Party! Yeah! Hold up, what are you guys doing?
Thanks, friendly fireman.
Always be prepared.
More fire safety tips, go to nfa.org.
Orientation leaders play a vital role in SOAR, also known as the Student Orientation, Advising, and Registration Program. OLs greet new students and their families in addition to other duties such as getting their Eagle card and getting their schedule. OLs also participate in informational sessions, conduct campus tours, and answer general questions about life at MSU. The hourly rate is competitive. If you are interested in being an OL, contact Melissa Patrick at mpatrick@moorheadstate.edu.
Evergreen is Moorhead State University's environmental club, with focuses on environmental justice, food security, animal protection, and sustainability. They do service projects to clean up around Eagle Lake and many more areas around Moorhead. They also give great advice about how to make your life more sustainable, with things like their annual clothing swap. Follow Evergreen on Instagram at msu.evergreen or scan this QR code.
Hi, I'm Bella Hussey here with your NewsCenter sports update for the week. MSU softball traveled over 390 plus miles this past Monday to face off against UT Martin in an Ohio Valley Conference doubleheader, but sadly lost both games. The first game saw an 11-2 loss with very limited offense production from MSU. The Skyhawks scored 9 runs across the second and third innings, but strong Eagle pitching limited the opposition scoring to only 1 run in the final 2 innings. The Eagles managed to get 5 hits and 11 runs, but were only able to get 2 across the plate in the end. The Eagles, however, came back with a vengeance in the nightcap, getting nearly double the amount of runners on the base, but it still was not enough to beat UT Martin, falling 9-5 to the Skyhawks. There were some bright spots in the losses, though, as sophomore Kendra Lewis tied a school record hitting 2 home runs, making her one of only 16 players to achieve that mark. The Eagles now have 5 home runs in their last 4 games. MSU softball game next week on Saturday against UT Martin was canceled, but they will stay on the road and face Southeast Missouri in a doubleheader this coming weekend. Good luck, Eagles. MSU beach volleyball split their matchups this past Tuesday by beating Tuscaloosa, but registering a loss to EKU. Opening up against Tuscaloosa, the Pioneers and Eagles were locked in at 2-2 before junior M.E. Hargan and senior Peyton Isley won in straight sets to 21-13 and 21-14. Junior Sarah Heath and junior Sydney Wyman set up MSU nicely, as well with a pair of win-on-win on court 2. However, the Pioneers trumpeted as MSU moved to 12-8 overall. Their season will come to an end next weekend at home at Giovanni's Breadsticks Beach. Come on out, Eagles. The Moorhead State Recreational and Wellness Center is now hiring all positions for summer break and the fall 2025 semester. Positions at the rec include lifeguards, intramural staff, personal trainers, outdoor adventures, and much more. Applicants should email their resume and cover letters to the corresponding emails for their desired positions. To learn more about the available positions at the rec and the hours for the center, go to the rec's Instagram page at Moorhead State Rec. That's all I have for you this week, but don't go anywhere, as we'll be heading back to the news desk and looking at some viewer-submitted photos right after this.
Interested in starting a student organization at MSU? Visit Moorhead State's Eagle Link website. Search Moorhead State Eagle Link on Google and it will be among the top results. Click on Organizations in the hamburger menu to view existing groups, or you can click Start a Student Organization for a step-by-step guide on making your own organization. For more information or help, you can visit the Student Activities Office in ADUC or email them at studentactivities@moorheadstate.edu.
Are you ready to kickstart a career in journalism? Then come join the Trailblazer, Moorhead State University's newspaper. Work with others to write intriguing stories to build your resume. Take awesome photographs for news stories. Then get published on the Trailblazer website. To learn more about the Trailblazer, contact faculty advisor John Flavel or visit the Trailblazer's website at thetrailblazer.net.
What are your strengths, weaknesses, any prior work experience?
Strengths, I'm really desperate and need this job. Weaknesses, I don't really have any that I know, but I've been told I'm an excellent juggler.
He should have gone to the suit bank. Career Services, now located on the ground floor of the library, has free professional attire available in the suit bank. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 till 4:30. Stop by and get the right attire to ace your next interview. Hope to see you soon.
You're just gonna throw everything away?
We both know this isn't working out. We shouldn't have to keep trying to make it work. It should just work.
What happened to forever? What happened to everything you ever promised me?
I meant it. In the moment.
No, you can't do that. You can't make promises and then decide to take them back.
Things are different now. You're just not willing to admit it. That was a good take.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
You're traveling through another dimension. A dimension which can only be seen between the yellow lines. Its boundaries are that of the asphalt and the imagination. You think it's fine to park here for just a moment. You are wrong. There's a ticket up ahead. Your next stop, the no parking zone.
Can't focus on your classwork in the dorm and need a place to work? Well, look no further than the Claypool Young Computer Lab. Our lab is located in room 210 in the art building. The hours vary by semester, but they are posted right outside the computer lab door. All you have to do is sign in with the person at the desk and then get to work. Join us and get your assignments done at the Claypool Young Computer Lab.
Want to earn internship credit running a social media page? The Department of Communications, Media, Art, and Design is searching for a social media intern for fall 2025 semester. The page is offering valuable experience, including learning new types of software and having first-hand involvement that will help grow communication and professional skills. The only requirement for the position is that you must be a social media minor. To find out more about the position and to apply, email Dr. Nettie Brock at nbrock@moreheadstate.edu.
Delta Zeta scored this past Tuesday with their annual Great Pretenders lip sync competition. The recital helps to raise money for their philanthropy group, the Starkey Hearing Foundation, a group that aims to give the gift of hearing to those in need to empower them to achieve their full potential. There were many participants, including campus fraternities, sororities, and other organizations. And with a Super Bowl theme for this year's competition, the stage was decorated with footballs and helmets, and the hosts adorned cheerleading and referee outfits for their dance. There were also performances featuring other popular titles such as High School Musical and Wicked. In between the performances, drawings were held where those in attendance had the chance to win gift cards, MSU apparel, and more. Judges decided the best in show, awarding the Honors Fraternity Best Overall, G5 won DZ Choice, College Moxie was the best choreography, Delta Gamma won Best Lip Sync and Most Creative to Alpha Sig. All proceeds made from the ticket sales for the event, over $7,000, were donated to the Starkey Hearing Foundation. To find out about other events by Delta Zeta and to hear about the next Great Pretenders, follow their Instagram at Delta Zeta Morehead State.
Morehead joined several other cities across the country in a nationwide rally on Saturday. NewsCenter Sierra Harris has the story.
Continually discredited, they are those that are truly growing our nation.
A crowd full of Morehead locals and visitors gathered at Fountain Park to protest for healthcare, environmental, educational, and other political and social reform.
It's a demonstration to show that the people are not with our current government, that the people do not support the actions of the Trump-Musk administration, and also to hopefully encourage more and more people to speak up. Also to get out there, not just at the voting booth, but to call their legislators and their senators and their local officials as well and be part of what's going on.
We are being dehumanized. We are dehumanizing one another and we are being divided, but we cannot let that happen.
Having a feeling of not thinking that you as an individual is enough is something that is so valid and something that so many different leaders on campus go through. And I think that is just the reality that many of us face, not knowing who has our back and who has cared for us in a system that in many ways is not meant for us to succeed. But I would say that you can create individual change on your own. You don't have to have this army of youth behind you that have everything figured out in order to make change. You are strong enough, you are empowered enough on your own, and being an organizer does not have a single defined definition. That can be anyone. All you really have to have is an idea, a vision, and a goal, and you can go about making change in any way that you see fit. There have been so many times where I've planned an event and I didn't know who would show up or the people that would be invigorated to even continue to follow up with me after that event. And I just went ahead, I made the Instagram post, I made the post, and people showed up. People cared. And so you never know what's going to happen until you shoot your shot, until you make the event, until you find people. And so it's just important that you, no matter what, just have faith in the vision that you want to see happen.
For NewsCenter, I'm Sierra Harris.
More Kentucky cities plan to participate in the protests this Saturday, including Florence, Owensboro, and Paducah.
Welcome to Viewer Submitted Photos. If you want your photos submitted for us to review here at NewsCenter, please email us at msutvweather@gmail.com. Let's start. For our first photo, this was taken at the BCM parking lot. As you can see, we have very dark gray clouds here, signifying our rainy weather that we had last week. This is a full parking lot, and this was taken directly at Breckenridge Hall with Manon Tower in the background. And you can see the trees have leaves and some of them are stripped. For our next photo, this was taken outside of Andrews Hall, and this is a redbud tree. As you can see, this is a very beautiful tree, and it's a very beautiful day, as you can see from the reflection in the windows, showcasing our blue sky that we had here. And overall, this is a very pretty picture. For our next photo, this was taken at the Hal McDowell Administrative Building. This was taken at night, hence the empty parking spots. And as you can see here, we have the orangish light that is sort of bouncing and reflecting off of the ground, and you can see the street lights in the background and the white lights that are on the building. This building looks like it was taken from the art building, and this picture looks like it was taken from the art building, and it was taken over the BCM parking lot. As you can see, we have a nice clear nice blue sky with clouds in it, and can't tell if this is sunrise or sunset, but there's a orange little cast on the mountain there, and you can see the very dark silhouettes on the trees. And finally, this photo was taken by Damien in NewsCenter, and this is very small pink mushrooms, and as you can see, like the small size comparison to the stick right there, and this was taken on the Eagle Lake Trail. Very pretty mushrooms. That's all we have for you today. Remember, if you want to submit your photo for us to review here, please email us at msutvweather@gmail.com. We'll be back after this.
Any student with an Eagle Card ID can access MSU's food and toiletry pantry, known as Eagle Essentials. All items are free of charge with no questions asked. Students who don't have adequate food and necessary items can't perform as well academically. When students struggle with these issues, Eagle's Essentials can help. It provides students with everyday items, including non-perishable food, hygiene products, and school supplies. Monetary donations can be made via the campus campaign link.
Would you like to become a certified professional in the latest media software? In an increasingly competitive job market, having your Adobe certification shows your expertise with Adobe software. Being certified can lead to higher job prospects, increased earning potential, access to exclusive resources, and support from the Adobe community. Does this sound like the right path for you? The testing center is in Breckenridge Hall, room 330. For more information, contact Tony Glover.
Fun ways to stay active? Check out the Recreation and Wellness Center. We've got 3 basketball courts, 2 racquetball courts, and a swimming pool. Need a workout that pushes you? Join our group fitness classes and get moving. Or take it outdoors with our equipment rentals. With multiple fitness areas, we've got everything you need to crush your goals. It's your time to move, relax, and recharge, all in one place, here at the Recreation and Wellness Center.
The Office of Student Housing has opened up the May Extend Stay application. This application opened on the housing portal last Tuesday and will be available until Thursday, May 1st at noon. Completion of this form allows students to stay in their rooms until 5 p.m. on Saturday, May 10th. Please note that no additional extensions will be allowed. A $25 fee will be added to your account once the application is approved, unless you are graduating or volunteering at commencement. For more information, please email the housing office at housing@moreheadstateuniversity.edu.
That's all the news we have for you this week.
Good night and thanks for watching.